Hello. What's going on? Hey. I'm like, take 5. My comments weren't coming through. Like, I couldn't see who was in the room. I don't know what was going on. So I had to switch over to my tablet. So I hope that this will be better. Now I gotta find my notes again. She's like, right. I was like, now I see the people coming in, but like I couldn't see up top. You know how it has like your viewers and everything. I couldn't see. I guess my screen had froze again. But anyway, part 2, let's talk business. I know last night we discussed a few business ideas. Tonight we'll just be talking, you know, business in general. And I did want to name out a few other, I know, a few other ideas that I've written down that a few of you might be interested in, even you who may be watching the replay. As I said before, these may not be, each and every one of these will not be for everyone. Everyone may not be interested in these, but to each his own. And these are some that, some of them are not so popular, but like for me, I always like hearing new ideas and, you know, a lot of creative things, because sometimes it'll kind of, it'll spark another idea. Like one idea may spark another idea that may be, maybe not the same, but, you know, kind of in the same field. But, what we talked about last night, like I said, my whole purpose in doing this video was to give a few other avenues as far as like business ideas, because the market is so saturated here in the area with the same business ideas that I figured I'd just try to give a few more. So last night we talked about photography, baking, t-shirt design, gift baskets, plate sales, or food in general. There was one more, but I can't think of what it is. Somebody put it in the comments last night, but right now I can't think of exactly what that was. But to move right along, and I do have that video still up if you want to go back and watch it. Number one, another business idea I have is event planning. I think I know of probably 1 or 2 people in the area that does event planning. It was hair. We said hair last night, and I believe there was one more too. I think Karima mentioned one more. I can't think of the name of it or what it was. But event planning, and that could be like parties. I do know that a few people in the area that already do that event planning, but it's not too many people. So you could do like parties, weddings, you could do church events, you know, just any kind of event planning would be good. Another one that I have down is, and like I said, I think I said it in the other video before I started experiencing technical difficulties. All of these may not be business ideas that you want to pursue as a business, but if you want to make like some extra income, some extra income on the side, some extra money, these are good. These are good for that too. So another one I have down is eBay and Amazon sales. If you're not familiar with that, I mean, there's money in eBay and Amazon sales, and you could do like, you can even take personal things out of your house, stuff that you don't even use, stuff that's sitting around, and post them on eBay, post them on Amazon, post them on some of these sites, online sites and sell them. You know, something that you may think may not be of interest to you or anyone may very well be of interest to someone else. So, but you never know until you put it out there. So Amazon and eBay sales, and I am familiar with that. I have not set up an Amazon store before, but I'm pretty sure that would be a piece of cake for me because I've set up an eBay store before. So, like I said, in the future, that may be something that's going to be on my list as far as business consulting and helping entrepreneurs and small business startup and, get going, or somebody who's just starting with the idea, have no knowledge of business. I'm here to help. So eBay and Amazon sales. Another one I had down was classes. Something that you're good at. What's your favorite hobby, or something that you're very crafty at? You could use that and teach others. Teach it to others, and it could be online. You could do like a what they call it. I don't know if it's like a webinar, or no, it would be like a webinar because it would be more like a hands-on, like the classes, like online classes. So you could kind of you could pre-record your whatever it is that you're teaching, and you could put it out there and sell it, and you wouldn't have to reteach it every time. And so someone who would be interested in buying it, they would just go to your link and they would purchase it and then download it, and then you would have the instructions there in that video. So you could do it online, or you can do it on site, somewhere in your area, wherever you stay. Rent a small room, a small it ain't gotta be small, but something reasonable. You don't want to put too much into a venue and then not make your money back. So of course, we're trying to make money here, right? So find somewhere very reasonable where you can rent a space, have a few people sign up for your classes and just do classes. I know not the other day, but a few weeks ago, we were tossing around some ideas, and there was a lady that come up and said, you know what, I know there's a class that I would take that's not very popular, and she said it would be like a power tool class for women. Now, how many women out there would take a power tool class? Because there are a lot of new homeowners, and when you become a new homeowner, you have to do a lot of handiwork yourself around the house. You and your, if you're single, and you don't have anybody there as far as like your husband or significant other to do the work, or it may be something that you desire to do or just crafty at doing. And so she said that she would take a class to help, learn how to operate saws and power tools and stuff like that. So I thought that was real interesting. And it may sound boring to some, but how many of you know that you can take some of the most boring things or some of the most crazy and stupid things and make some money? I'm telling you, people will buy the most craziest things. So you just can't exclude everything. Tamika said YouTube channel is good for making videos. Yes, that was on my list too. YouTube. Right now, which I haven't made a YouTube video in forever, and I was gonna post this, but I hadn't. My videos are actually still making money, even though I haven't posted them in years. On my hair channel, I just had a payout last year of like $111 from generating income through my ads and my YouTube videos. So imagine if I went in full time doing YouTube videos, I probably could make a whole lot more. But, when I have a lot going on, so can't do everything. So I don't know, whenever I get a chance, maybe I'll post another one. But that was another one that was on my list as far as, helping small business owners, entrepreneurs, or just anybody who's interested in like opening an eBay store, Amazon store, Etsy store, or if you want to get started with YouTube and you don't know how to set up your YouTube and all that, I can help you do that. And like I said, your YouTube, a lot of people don't believe it, because at first I was like, really? Free money? Like, they're just going to give me money? Trust me, I've had the money in my bank account from YouTube, from video ads. Yeah, so it's real. It's nothing fake. It's not a scam. So, You would set it up through what is it? Can't even think. It's not AdWords. AdSense. Google AdSense is where your revenue will come from. And anyway, I don't want to get too much into that, but contact me if you are interested. We could set something up. And I would give you the rest of the info afterwards, as far as, setting up your eBay, Amazon, YouTube, and so forth. I can help you get started with that. But anyway, and you all can chime in with other ideas if you have any, because I don't want y'all just sitting here listening to me ramble the whole time. I know y'all got some creative ideas. Go ahead and throw them out there, or something that and it ain't got to be nothing that you're doing or you're thinking about doing, just something in general to help somebody else. And that's all I'm trying to do is help somebody else. So what did I say? Classes. I got stuck on classes. So classes could be one. Like I said, you could do online classes or do them on site. Another one I had down was consulting. If you're good at finances or a business, similar to what I'm doing now, business consulting. I have a lot of people inbox me about business in general. Excuse me. Business in general, starting up their business, and what do they do first? Should they do this? Should they do that? And because of my experience and my knowledge, I'm able to help steer them and guide them on what they need to do. And like I always say, I don't know everything. I am not an expert yet. I am very knowledgeable in the area, but anything that I do not know, I have no problem with telling you I don't know, but I won't leave you with not knowing. I will find out and get the answer to you, or point you in the direction where you can get an answer. So consulting could be business, financing, anything in that area, that you're good at, that you can consult people with, consult people on. And I know some things as far as like when you get into what is it I'm thinking of, like therapy and all that. Of course, you want to make sure you have an extensive background on that, probably some college training, some classes, not just jump into an area because it sounds good and then you're not knowledgeable in the area. And people are like, if you're going to be teaching me this, what kind of degree you have or what kind of experience, because how many of you know that, sometimes years of experience can count in the place of education. How many of you have ever went to fill out an application and they will ask you, they'll say, well, you're going to need at least a bachelor's degree or at least 10 or 15 years experience in this particular area. So having a degree is not always the case. That's why it's always good to do your research, read, learn, ask questions, become very knowledgeable in whatever area that you're going to pursue, so that later on your knowledge will pay off. Even after you worked in the field so long, you could teach it to somebody else, or you can create content like books or, little packages where you can teach it to somebody else. So after a while, your knowledge will pay off. Another one I had down was, like I said, y'all chime in. Y'all still here with me. Was organizing. How many of you all would actually pay someone to come and organize some stuff? I know I can't be the only one that's unorganized sometimes. A lot of times. Tamika said one business that is not popular is travel agent, and not just say go to my website. Exactly. Now that's one thing that kind of really, and I'm getting sidetracked here, but I'm gonna throw this out there. And this is another mistake that I see a lot of businesses doing. I've seen travel agents, they'll just post a link or post their business and say, hey, this is my site, or kind of spam you with a lot of ads, and a lot of pictures and stuff that kind of looks like spam. Even if it ain't spam, it looks like spam. And that's not the way to do it, because a lot of people just gonna scroll right on past it because it looks like spam. So, but there is money in Like she said, travel agent, that's a good one to pursue if that's something that you're interested in that's not popular. That would be good for a lot of, I would say, business clients that travel a lot. You could like set up their business trips, help them find the cheapest airline, and so forth. Another thing that I was going to say a while ago when I got sidetracked, when I was talking about posting, whenever you are posting, make sure that the information is what's the word I'm looking for? Not spammy. Don't make it where, okay, all I want you to do is just buy this, buy that. I just want you to just like me. Oh, I want you to buy my jewelry. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. But I show that I care. I care about my customers. I care about those who even inquire about my products. And so that's why I try to give the 100% customer service. I do giveaways. I give away free stuff, so that's good too. As an event planner, I get better deals talking to businesses. Yes, and I would think so too, because it seemed like I would think that more businesses would be doing more of more event planning. You do have event planning with like so what? Let me ask you this first. What type of event planning, Tamika, do you do mostly, or which one is like your biggest, most popular event planning? While she's answering that, this is another good one. Being a business broker, and that's matching businesses, business buyers and sellers. Just like now, with me, for example, with me launching my t-shirt line, let's say that I'm the business, but I'm looking for a supplier, or, because it's always good to have more than one supplier. That's one thing you want to remember too. When you are in retail, never only have just one supplier, because when something happens to that one supplier and you can't get products, then you can't deliver products. And so then you have let your customers down. So it's always good to have more than one supplier, have more than one business relationship with your supplier, so that, if this supplier can't come through, you got your backup. So anyway, the business consultant, the business broker would be the one to link me to the best supplier for my t-shirts. Like the broker would basically do the legwork for me if I didn't have the time to do it. So what you could do, you can go to, a lot of larger businesses who really don't have the time to sit up and call on the phone and say, hey, to get rates and prices and all that. You would do all that for them and come back and say, hey, this is what I found. This supplier can get this for this amount within this time, because time frame is important too, because you don't want to go with the cheapest price, but then the turnaround time is 3 or 4 weeks out. Then you still losing. I would rather pay $4 or $5 extra more for a supplier that's going to have like a 1 week or less turnaround time, versus paying less and then having my customers wait 3 or 4 weeks out. Tamika says she does weddings and pastors' anniversaries and making flower arrangements. And I've seen a lot of weddings here lately. So I know you are probably doing real good right now. A lot of weddings and anniversaries. So that's always good. And that's good. I'm glad to hear that. That's real good. Another one I have down is a career or business coach or personal coach. Career or personal coach. That's another field. And I don't know if a lot of you know, but you can also become a certified coach. All you have to do is link up with someone who is certified, a certified coach, whether it be a business coach or, just coaching in general. And they will be able to put you under their program. And once you pass the program, you'll become a certified coach and receive your certificate and so forth. And then you can go and start your own your own business as far as, coaching in general. And like I always say, pray and seek God, because every field is not for everybody. Just think about where your talent is. Don't just piggyback off of what somebody else is doing. Just make sure that you are, going in the area that God wants you to go. Another one I have down is business support services. I guess that ties into what I just said a few minutes ago. A lot of businesses don't have time to do a lot of certain things, and would rather pay somebody to do certain things for them. Whether it be, like I said, finding suppliers, or getting copies made, or sending emails, just a lot of miscellaneous stuff. And you won't never know until you ask, And a lot of businesses will pay to get that done, because that's less time that they have to take out of their day to get a lot of that done. And not only large businesses, but there are some small startup businesses that will probably love to do that too, because a lot of when you start up as an entrepreneur, you're by yourself. You used to do everything by yourself, designing, marketing, all of it is on you. And so if you can link with somebody, who could give you a reasonable, affordable price, you could kind of work that in there, and work together on having someone else handle, your marketing, your print, printing flyers, or your brochures, magazines, little stuff like that. So don't limit yourself, just because it seemed like because they're a larger business that more opportunity, there'll be a better opportunity, but some smaller businesses could use those services as well. And one last thing I have is running errands. I know it might sound a little cheesy, but let me tell you, people will pay you to run errands, and you'll never know until you put that out there. Hey, whether it be grocery shopping, and then you have a lot of elderly people who don't even really get out like that, who would love somebody to come by and get a small grocery list and say, hey, I need some potatoes, milk, eggs, or whatever from the store, and you go and, pick that up for them and bring it back, And not only just groceries, it could be anything. It could be paying a bill for them, or, just little stuff like that. So those are the few things I had down tonight. And thank you all so much for those of you who chimed in with your business ideas, and Tamika for sharing that information with us. That is all I have for tonight. If you all have any questions, or want to give input on anything, or ask any questions on anything that I discussed, like I said, if you're interested in any services as far as helping set up your eBay, Amazon, or any questions like that, YouTube, I do have the proof. I can show you. Like I said, it is legit. I can help you get that started. Any of these, if you're interested, I can help you get it started. Or if you have an idea that I didn't list that you want to get started, let me know, and I can help you get started, point you in the right direction, and help get you started. I am all for entrepreneurs. I'm telling you, like anybody that knows me, if anybody tells me that they lost their job, or they stopped working, or something happened between, their employer and, whatever the situation is, the first thing I ask is, well, have you ever thought about starting your own business? I mean, that's just like a given to me, because I always see it where, why not work for yourself? There's nothing wrong with working for nobody else. There's nothing wrong with, I see a lot of multi-level marketing businesses like It Works and Herbalife. You have, a whole lot of other businesses that are on multi-level marketing and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. but there's also nothing wrong with starting your own business. And it's not being selfish to cut out the middleman, but what's wrong with having your own? You know, what's wrong with having your own? What's wrong with working for yourself? Because the same work and the same energy that you put into somebody else's business, you can put it into your own business. And so I'm all for that. And it ain't just got to be grown people. I asked even down to the teens. Like with my son, I told my son, I said, look, you need to go ahead and start thinking about what you're going to do, what you're going to sell, what we going to start. Like last summer, you know what we done? We went out to Sam's and bought a gallon of ice cream. We went and bought toppings. We went and bought the little strawberry toppings, the cherries, Reese's, and everything. And I said, look, this going to be your hustle. We about to start selling some ice cream out the house. Call me crazy you want to. I don't care. I'm a hustler. I'm going to get it. And I did the same thing when I was young. When I was staying with my dad, I was in high school. I sold ices out my house, ice cream, the cones, the same stuff that I bought for my son. I sold cones. I sold candy. I won't plan. I was an entrepreneur back then, so I already knew back then that I was going to have my own business, that's what I wanted to be. Although, once I graduated, I kind of veered off, and I went into criminal justice, and I loved criminal justice, but business it was just like, look, I just got to do it. You was about to post about the same thing. What's that, Lolitha? Which part? I've been rambling for the last couple of minutes, so I kind of missed what part you came in on. Was that the part where I was talking about our children, starting them off young and asking them what they want to do, when I was talking about my son selling ice cream? And I was surprised because he asked me a few weeks ago. He was like, Mom, we going to be selling ice cream again this summer? And I was like, okay. Yes, sure. So I pray that it goes well. He is a little shy, with like getting out there and, letting his friends and stuff know about it. But once I keep, we just got to be there, support our children, keep pushing them, keep being that example for them. And that's what I pray. And it's not like I'm trying to push entrepreneurship on him, but I'm just letting him know that there's that option is always there. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with college. It's not, because I'm pursuing to finish my associates in business. So of course there's nothing wrong, but why not? You can always do both. There's nothing wrong with it. And so, I have a few things in store for my young entrepreneurs. Just stay tuned. I can't reveal it right now, but our children are our future, and I just love to see the young people in business, young people getting stuff started, whether it's writing a book or, it doesn't, and I don't even say big or small, because anything that they do and they step out and do, we should support them and be there for them. And so, I am excited. I'm so excited. I'm excited. So y'all go ahead and get y'all little young entrepreneurs together. You go ahead and be on the lookout. So once I am released to share that information, I will share it. And so I'm excited. Is there anything else? Y'all, I was tired tonight. I started not to get up here too. I was laying down because I got off the prayer call, and I was just laying there, and I started to just go to sleep. I said, no, let me get up here and do this video. So, y'all don't be scared to ask your questions or chime in with your ideas. Let me ask, is there anybody on that doesn't have a business or wanting to start a business, or you have an idea but haven't started? Let me know. Just let me know. I hope my comments didn't cut off. It looks like my... Anyway, I can't think of anything else. I was trying to give my comments a chance to come through. I know sometimes it be acting like with Facebook, the comments are really slow coming in. So, but I'm going to go ahead and go. Y'all just be on the lookout for another Let's Talk Business live series, show, episode, broadcast, whatever you want to call it. I'll think of a name of it one day. I'm not sure what we're going to be talking about next. I may come with a part 3 with more business ideas. If you have anything that you want me to talk about, inbox me, put it on my wall, and let's talk business. Once again, I'm Sharonda Jones. I'm owner of Deja's Fashion Boutique. I am here to bring you nice, affordable pieces that are unique, never basic, and never boring. I am also, like I said, pursuing my business portion of things. I guess I will release that a little later as far as helping entrepreneurs and small businesses start up, or someone who that may not be an entrepreneur yet, but thinking about going into entrepreneurship. I'm here to help in any way that I can. Inbox me, let me know. I will, I guess, let you know about my services and all that other stuff once we sit down and I don't know if you want to have a consultation, want to arrange to set up a consultation with me, that'll be fine as well. But other than that, like I said, y'all stay on the lookout for my big announcement. I guess I could say a big announcement, but not really a big announcement. But like I said, I have something in mind for the youth, for my young entrepreneurs. So stay on the lookout for that. Stay on the lookout for another Let's Talk Business episode live. And other than that, you all have a blessed and wonderful night, and I hope to chat with you all soon.